Hi students, how are you all? I hope you are all fine and doing well at home. Right. Today we are going to discuss the third poem from our ninth class English textbook Beehive. And the name of the poem is Rain on the Roof. And the poet is Coates Kinney. Let's know about the poet. Coates Kinney. Coates Kinney was an American lawyer, politician, journalist, and poet. He is the one who wrote the poem The Rain on the Roof. He was born on 24th November 1826, Penn Yan, in New York, in the United States of America. He died on 25th January 1904, Ohio, in the US. He completed his education at Antioch College. The central idea of the poem. The poet exhibits that the rain brings the poet maximum happiness when he is lost in dream and so many fancies go on revolving in his mind. He loves the pattering of soft rain on the roof. The presented poem, Rain on the Roof, reveals the healing power of nature's rain, especially when it is heard from a cozy bed in a lovely cottage. Now, let's listen to the poem attentively and carefully. Rain on the Roof. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their earthrests into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Now, let's discuss the poem stanza-wise. First stanza. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. The difficult words which are used in the first stanza: humid, wet; hover, appear over; starry sphere, starts as spheres; melancholy, sad; cottage chamber, room in a house; patter, falling sound of rain; overhead, above the head. Now, let me explain the description of the first stanza. The poet describes a rainy night. He says that all the stars of the sky have become invisible because they have been covered by the clouds. Darkness usually has a negative connotation, and the poet makes no exception to this rule. He says that the darkness is making him sad and reflective, and the rain also seems to mirror his emotions as it looks like tears falling softly from human eyes. At this point, the only thing that can bring joy to the poet is to curl up with a pillow in the bed of a country cottage. Though the rooms of the cottage may be small and ill-equipped, the sound of raindrops can only transport him there for him to recover from his melancholic mood. Now, Let's go to the second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their threads into woof, as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. The hard words and their meanings from stanza 2. Tinkle, sound of rain falling on small stones. Shingles, pieces of stone. Echo, resounding. Fancies, imaginative things. Recollections, recallings. Woof, a weaving or weft. Now, let me explain the meaning of the second stanza. In the second stanza, the poet describes how the raindrops make the loudest sound as they fall on the shingles of the roof. Each sound that is made by the rain is this way is repeated the next instant by the beating of his heart. The things he has only been imagining now start to appear before his very eyes. As he is listening to the soft and continuous falling of the raindrops on his roof, all his memories are coming back to him, but they are not discrete and separated from each other. Instead, all of his memories seem to have formed a patchwork by becoming entwined with one another. Now, let's go to the third stanza. Now, in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. The hard words which are used in stanza 3. Agone, bygone, darling dreamers. In this context, those children who dream of their mothers like the poet. Before, dawn, early morning, fond, dear. Refrain. In this context, it's music. Now, let's go to the explanation of the third stanza. In the third stanza, the poet describes the first memory that he can actually identify among the patchwork that all his memories have formed by meshing together. He remembers how many years ago in his childhood, his mother used to look down at him and his siblings as they were sleeping and having pleasant dreams. His mother would make a point to look at them every night, for she knew she would not see them again till the next morning. What the poet remembers more than anything is how his mother would bend down and watch over him in particular. These memories are evoked as he listens to the repetitive rhythm of the raindrops as they are falling on his roof. Okay, students, I hope all of you have understood about the poet and the meaning of the poem Rain on the Roof. Now, let's go with the rhyme scheme which is used in this particular poem. All the three stanzas in this poem follow the same rhyme scheme, that is AB, CB, DE, FE. Now, the poetic devices which are used in this poem are, in the first stanza, alliteration. Look at the words humid over, the beginning consonant letters H and H, starry spears, S and S, press pillow, P and P, lie listening, L and L. These are the examples of alliteration. Now, let's go to the next poetic device which is used in this poem, onomatopoeia. The example, patter. It is a sound made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop. The third poetic device which is used in the first stanza is personification. Example, darkness. The poet says
poetic
that
devices
it is sad, which are used in second stanza. Alliteration. Examples, busy being. The consonant letters are B and B. Next example, there and thread. T and T. Next example, rain, roof. R and R. The next poetic device which is used in the second stanza is onomatopoeia. Tinkle and patter, which means the sounds made by the raindrops. The next poetic device which is used in the second stanza is personification. Example, recollection. This is personified when he says that they weave dreams. The poetic devices which are used in the third stanza. Alliteration. Example, memory, my mother. The consonant letters are M, M, M. The next example, darling dreamers. D and D. The next poetic device which is used in the third stanza is onomatopoeia. Example, patter. Sound of raindrops falling on the shingles of the roof. Okay children, that's all for now. Hope you have understood the poem in detail. Thank you one and all. Have a nice day. Stay home and stay safe.